Hello, I'm Mario Toneguzzi, co-editor-in-chief of Retail Insider. Joining me today is Sarah Stockdale, founder and CEO of Growclass. Thanks for joining us today, Sarah.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, one of the trends we're seeing out there is slow shopping. Tell me what that means and explain that to me.
Absolutely. I think as marketers, we're very good at creating manufacturing urgency, manufacturing a little bit of maybe desperation. And slow shopping is taking yourself out of some of those feelings of necessary urgency, getting a sale, and making sure that you are incredibly intentional about the things that you actually want and need, and taking a lot of time and research to buy things that are going to last you quite a long time versus getting caught up in the frenzy of something like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Boxing Day, all of the periods of times where we marketers can maybe make you feel like you need to go fast.
I like the word use frenzy because that's what it is, right? Especially around the Black Friday and but throughout the whole month here, it's almost like you get caught in this whirlwind, right? And you can't get out. What's your advice to people of how to slow down and how to take your time and not jump at everything?
Well, first, if you know that a lot of the sales are manufactured and you're not actually getting a discount, a lot of the time, especially Amazon sellers have inflated their prices in anticipation of a sale. So a lot of the time you feel like you're getting a really great deal, but if you take a step back and take a moment to research the things that you actually need and what the prices have looked like as a trend, and you can use tools like Honey to do that and show you if you're actually getting the lowest price in the last 90 days. Um, it helps you figure out whether or not it really is a deal. And then the other thing is small businesses need your money. You probably already have more than you need. So is the way you're shopping aligned with your values? Is the way you're shopping aligned with the things that you are going to care for and love for a long time? Or is it maybe just a quick hit of dopamine that you're looking for from a company owned by a billionaire?
Yeah, exactly. So give me some tips, for consumers out there on finding deals. How do you go about finding the deals and not get caught up by a lot of the blitz of advertising and all that you're and marketing that you're subjected to at this time of the year?
Yeah, there are tools that can help you track the things that you want to buy and look at prices over time. So apps like Honey or Camel are really helpful for that. And so if you have a list of the things that you want, potentially if you're doing holiday shopping or shopping for friends and family, just having an app keep track of prices for you and alert you when the deal is actually happening. And then unsubscribe from as much as you possibly can if you are trying to slow shop slow shop, make it harder for those brands to get in front of you and make you feel that sense of urgency. So unsubscribe from any email list that you might not necessarily need to buy from.
Yeah, and I notice that more and more, more and more, I getting inundated with those emails,
Yeah.
and I often wonder, how the heck did I subscribe to this?
There's more of that now, especially with AI.
Yeah, exactly, right. And where does one of the things that we see a lot of these days is kind of the trend of buying now, paying later, right? What are your thoughts on that? And why has that become popular?
We're in a hard economy and we live under late stage capitalism. So the combination of not necessarily having the funds for the things that you're being inundated with needing to buy, and then services like Klarna that are offering buy now, pay later schemes, if you will. It's very similar to putting things on layaway in the 90s. Like this has always existed in different ways. It's just making this easier um, for the average consumer, and it can be problematic for your credit. It can be, something that hangs over you. So if you can't afford the thing right now, I would say avoid the buy now, pay later layaway schemes unless it's really something that you're focused on and you've done your research and you understand the potential risks.
Okay. In this climate, at this time of the year, where does the trust come in with brands, and how important is that for certain retailers to have that trust of the consumer?
Yeah, absolutely. Like when you can spin up an e-commerce store using Shopify and Klaviyo in a few days and start drop shipping from China, it's really important that if you are an e-commerce, if you are a retail company, that you are building consistent relationships over time with your customers, because competitors can be spun up way faster than they ever could before using AI and using some of the tools that we have available to us. So if you are a brand, making sure that you are respecting your customer's email and that you are sending them things that are of value and that you are delivering an incredible customer experience for them, because they could shop anywhere and there are limitless opportunities to find the thing that you're selling. So how are you making your experience specifically unique and driving value for that customer?
Mhm. One last thing I wanted to ask you is, you know, I've seen a lot of surveys lately. You know, as a journalist, we get uh, swamped with these surveys at this time of the year, especially, and along the lines of holiday spending. Every survey I've seen is positive. Well, positive in the sense that consumers are going to be spending more than they did last year, and which surprises me given the economic climate that we're still in. Why do you think, despite all those challenges with rising costs of everything from goods to living, all that type of stuff, we're still seeing consumers wanting to spend more?
We live in a system that values spending. Like we are inundated constantly with the message that our value as people is tied to how much we spend on our kids, how much we spend on our families, especially at this time of the year. And so unless we can decouple our value from our economic output, it's going to be really hard, even in hard economic times, to resist the capitalist machine churning on and making it incredibly apparent that our value is tied to our spending power.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that makes you feel good too, right? When you're spending.
Totally. And like we all need a little hit of dopamine in, early December of 2024. It's been a hard year.
Yeah, I know for myself, I bought some new pair of shoes the other day. Wore them at a Christmas party last night and felt great.
Feels good. Feels good, especially when you actually get the thing that you paid for and you really appreciate and enjoy it, which is why I think we should all be buying from small businesses.
Yeah. Okay, I lied. Last question for sure. Tell me about Growclass. What Growclass is, what you do.
Yeah, so Growclass is a course, 6-week growth marketing course, and a very large community of about 1,500 marketers who are global, but a lot of them are here in Canada. And we're helping people learn really practical marketing skills so that they can grow their careers and grow their own economic impact so they don't have to use things like the buy now, pay later.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, thanks so much, Sarah, for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me. It was so lovely to chat with you, Mary.
All right, wonderful. That was Sarah Stockdale, founder and CEO of Growclass. I'm Mario Toneguzzi, co-editor in chief of Retail Insider. Thanks for joining us today.